Let's talk The Walking Dead, Season 6, Episode 2, predictions. Alright, Deadheads, like I said in the review, Episode 1 used a lot of its story and images and everything in the trailer. Well, I said that backwards. The trailer used a lot of the images from Episode 1 and misleading cuts and edits to lead us into a different direction, thinking we're going to get something totally different, or at least somewhat different. Now that we know that, and now that we know the curveballs, like, for example, Carter and his story completely ending in Episode 1, holy shit, we need to go back to the drawing board with our predictions. Maybe I'm making that a bigger deal than it should be, but that's how I feel. Let me know if you guys feel the same way in that comment box. Now, moving right along to No Way Out, you guys know that I do believe 100% that Herd logically has to be the beginning of No Way Out. So we're starting to see No Way Out on the screen. How fucking exciting is that? Comic book fans anyway. I'm loving it. Now, Episode 2, I'm thinking the horn has to be the wolves making an appearance. Is it possible, like I said in my review, is it possible the wolves not only do that, but that we see a flashback that they've been watching them, they know what they're doing, they see the plans, maybe they even kidnap or took one of their guys so they know, because we did see one of Rick's people from Alexandria dead in the street. The wolves could have found him because it doesn't look like, well, there is a walker there, but the wolves could have found him and they could have interrogated him quick and then killed him and left him for dead. Maybe he has a W carved in his head, but wouldn't they leave him alive? I don't know, but that's pretty cool. But let's say they know the plans, they set off that horn, and that horn could be something they use on the road when they're trying to rally their walker army. But maybe they find a sewer, they know about a sewer, or by accident they stumble upon it, and they sneak in through the sewer, and that's how we see some of the wolves inside there. And I do believe that Morgan is talking to a wolf when we in the trailer think he's talking to Rick, and I believe that wolf is the same one he smacks with his bow. I think he's like, listen, if you keep doing this, you're about to die. And the wolf is like, ho, ho, ho. Morgan just wham! Alright, that was a joke, but he doesn't howl, but I seriously think that's going to happen, where Morgan just beats his ass and it's like, told you so. Or maybe Aaron and Maggie don't go into the tunnels to find out if the wolves are coming from there. Maybe they go into the tunnels because they have the wolves and the walkers surrounding the place, and that's how they navigate to try to flank the wolves. And that might be the reason why we see Deanna and Maggie, wait a minute, I forget, are they outside now? I don't have the picture in front of me. But they're outside, I thought, of Alexandria as a guy, not a walker, a guy is screaming while he's burning. I mean, that could be a walker and they could have inserted a scream.
Daddy.
What?
Jane's here.
Oh, I'll be right down.
Okay.
Thank you.
She's gonna see your head. Why'd you do that on your head?
I shaved it off. You don't like it? Don't you laugh at me. Anyway, like I was saying, maybe they utilize that tunnel to flank the wolves, or to go out there and spy, or maybe even to make an escape route. I think that is a possibility. The tunnels, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. Maybe Deanna does go with them, however, she's not seen in the trailer in the tunnels, but she is seen with Maggie outside of the walls, I thought. Now, we do see Michonne and Scott and them, and the girl that gets eaten in the trailer, and the guy. It looks like they all get trapped in the city because we see a lot of walkers. So I think that that's going to continue to take place. I believe it should take place in Episode 2, but it could also spill into Episode 3. But I'm putting my money on Episode 2. That's why I'm putting it in this prediction video. So they're trying to round up the walkers and keep them on the path, and then Scott gets injured somehow. They get caught up in the city, and then they get trapped, and now it's about survival and getting out of there. All hope is lost. They lost control of the herd. Shit hits the fan, and they got to make their way back home. I think it's going to happen somewhere, something similar to that. Now, as far as Rick being in the RV and blasting his AK, he could actually be in the RV or jump in the RV to go and find that horn blast. Because that's how it ended. So he could get that and go out there to find the horn blast, and then come upon some wolf members, and they're the ones blasting the horn, and he could just blast them with the AK. I think that would be pretty cool. Or it's also possible that walkers are getting through some breakage in the wall that the RV is holding together, and he blasts them with the AK. But that I find less likely, because he would just be making noise, unnecessary noise, that would get the walkers to come towards him, unless all hope is lost and it's just like whatever. But in that case, what good is it going to do shooting 10 walkers if you have 10,000 behind it. You know what I mean? So, listen, this is a quickie prediction. I think a lot of that shit is going to be what happens in at least episode 2, 3. There's some things that I don't know about. I really want to go back and look at my predictions in depth and rework my predictions because episode 1 was such a curveball, I felt. So, put your thoughts, theories, ideas, predictions, put all that good stuff in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. Subscribe now.